Shout out to everybody here on the live, jumping on in. Thank you for being here. Episode 1001. Let's go, baby. Let's go. whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. What is up? Oh, I know what's up. I know what's up. I know what's up. I had a program stealing my signal. I'll be back in a second. I'll be there. I'll be there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's go. We hit the long last night. Bitcoin exploding above 27,000. If you listen to me, if you went over it over and over again, we talked about the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go, baby. Did you work out today? Today is my hardest workout. I can feel myself just pushing. The energy is going. I feel the adrenaline. Shout out to each and every one of you on this Monday morning. Start off every day motivated, ready to go to change your life. If you believe there's opportunity in your life, then there is. You can be in your basement at home. You can create opportunity out of thin air. It is up to you. Unemployment, schmoyment. You can make a job out of thin air. You can create your own job. Dedicate yourself to a craft and then show people what you got going on in the world, man. Let's put the lemon into the water. Let's keep it going. The energy, the positivity, and don't forget the love. All right? My mom loved me so much, and I learned how to love. So shout out to each and every one of you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's stay hydrated. I can't wait to break down Bitcoin. I see it right now at 27,180 on BOOKMAP. I'm excited. You should be excited. Let's get it going, baby. Let's take a big sip of this water. Let's stay high frequency. Let's go. Half the jar in a sip because I am thirsty. And I am actually super hot too. God bless each and every one of you for being here. And I'm on a different mat here. I gotta have to fix this a little bit. Nope, not that one. This one. Nope, not that one. This one here. Let's get the music back up and running. Shout out to everybody here. A lot of people on the live. 342 beautiful people. Let's get it going, baby. Let's get it going. So if you're in my trading group, let's talk about the gains you would have made. We talked about PERP last night. I put this out right here at exactly this point. The 1 hour was oversold. The MACD was turning. RSI was about to make a bit of a move out of a falling wedge, and this was also in a falling wedge. I could see price pumping up to the 200 SMA. What I did is I drew this for everybody. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to everybody here on the live. The trading group is booming to a high. It hasn't been in over a year, but I just can't believe it, man. More people becoming crypto lifers every single day. And I gave PERP last night a 7% gain overnight. Even on a sketchy Sunday night. You know, I didn't want to post a lot, but I saw PERP and I said, man, this thing is likely. See, spot on MEXC. This is also in futures. It was likely to pump up to the 200. The 200 was going to keep coming because I play with moving averages and I've been back testing them for years. So I understand how they move and kind of I can predict basically to some degree of high probability where price action is likely going to go based on moving averages. So look, this is what we saw last night. If you want to replay it right here, I put it out to the trading group. 7% in your sleep. Didn't hit the stop loss. Banged. And exactly what happened. Like if we go back in time here, the 200 SMA needed to come. I already drew it like it would do it, right? I drew this like this is what's going to happen. Price is going to move up. 200 is going to move down. We're going to meet it. And that's the time to take, right there was the time to take profit. Boom. So anyway, just these are things that you will learn trading with me. All right. We also gave a call for Bitcoin to the upside, right? We were looking at Bitcoin. I was trading it long. Let's talk about why and how I was trading it long. Let's break it down. We found this symmetrical triangle on the 4-hour time frame, which actually started to kind of look more like a symmetrical, an ascending at one point, but it did get tight. And we kept watching this area. Yesterday, the 1 hour looked like it was going to break to the downside. Okay? We got close here. But what happened, the 7-minute formed a bullish divergence here. We even saw this last night. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, there we go. We saw this last night on the RSI as this swung down and this swung up. I was even a little sketched out, but I was like, I was like, is that the divergence or could that be? I said, I think it was I was doing my Bitcoin update at night. Oh, no, yeah, last night was, 400, because last night was the weekly candle close. Our 1,000th, I can't say it right, the 1,000th episode, episode number 1,000. There we go. I'm done. I'll never have to do it again. Episode number 1,000 last night was unbelievable. Bear AI market cap check. God bless you. Interesting. Looking sharp, Sammy. It's Mr. Armstrong 33. Shout out to your shower. God bless you, brother. A pullback is like reading a fish. Lose a level, then pulls back, and usually drops back down. Episode 1000 was epic. You people gave me over $1,000 last night. It was absolutely absurd. I went to bed just so grateful. Got on my hands and knees praying. And today is another blessed day. I'm telling you right now, every day seems to just be another blessing in my life. It just keeps coming on. It just keeps coming. I called the long for my trading group. I was long for everyone. I kept saying, and why was I long? Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. So we're going to show you the story here. So I was bearish here. I was like, oh no, we're bearish. I said we're below the 21-day moving average. I said, but we have resistance. And we remember this key area, 26.3, was such a key area, right? We kept hitting resistance there, resistance. 26,300 showed that it was a level. If you would just watch price action like I do every 5 hours, then the glaring areas of support or resistance will come out at you, and they'll just be like, bing, 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 bing. That area was a key area that you wanted to watch. It was like, hello, come get me, you know? So once we got above it, I knew. And then look, we touched the 21, and we started to come back down on the stochastics. We looked at the 1 hour, and the 1 hour were extremely oversold, looking for that bounce. See the stochastics RSI? Oh my gosh, I love my stochastics. They could tell me when momentum is waning or wanting or pushing in either direction, and they can give me such a good probability of which way price action is likely going to go. All right, so we press play here, and you can see we came back up, but we wicked. Where did we wick to? 26.9. What a beautiful move, right? But we came back down again inside the pocket. And I kept drawing this pattern, staying true to it, right? And then at one point, I even had this as a descending triangle. I said we had to be careful. We wicked down from it one time, but came back inside. We called that short there, and we did get a nice short to the downside. That played out live on the live. But when that got negated, right, now I still said, hey, it still looks like a descending. We have to be careful. This was last night. I said, but we can come down, and if the 4 hour and the 1 hour can reset, and we stay inside this trend line, I said, there's a chance we break to the upside. At this point, the 4 hour had broken back above the 200 SMA here, and I began to long here, okay? Now, it was careful where you put your stop loss, right? We went down here, and I also like to add, once we bounce back up, I added to the long to secure my stop loss lower than the 200 SMA. It's another kind of key way to a more advanced way to trade this. And you also have to trust the system. And the system says if you can stay above the 200 SMA, you're likely going to get a big pump to the upside. I've shown this to my trading group many, many times. I'll do it one more time today just to be super nice. Who here is new to my channel, has never seen it? Who here saw the Bitcoin pump? Next thing you know, they ended up here watching the Crypto Lifer. They're not sure what's going on. They want a piece of the action. They want to know how to trade this market. Who here is new here? Let me know. All right? But if you go to the 4 hour time frame and we look at this very subjectively and openly, all right, and we could even just take away all moving averages except for the 200 SMA, and we go to the 4 hour time frame. And we just say every time we get a 4 hour closing above the 200 SMA, we throw in a long, like right here. Stop loss somewhere beneath the next support or resistance area, like right there. That would have been a massive move to the upside for beautiful gains. All right, so there's one right there. And we're backtesting this. So this is the last time we did it. It was a gainer. So backtesting, one win right there. Beautiful win, too. Here, fine. You could call it, that was a nothing burger. But it still would have, maybe you would have bought here and then it would have slumped. Might have hit you off at the break even. Maybe you would have lost the trade, depending, right? So you could say, okay, nothing burger. Here, it got above, and that would have been a nice swing trade. Not the biggest one, but yes, still checks off for me. Here, it would have opened. You would have got at least this pump, and maybe you brought into profit or swing, and then when it got above here, it was a nice pump. Still, it was. I'd call this one a little more confusing, but still, it made 2 gains each time if you follow the rules. Open up a long when a candle closes above the 200 SMA. Look, right there, you would have opened this long here somewhere. Hopefully, maybe got that one, Again, they weren't the best, but they weren't like, you wouldn't have lost money, And there's a chance you did get caught up. It depends on your emotions, too. Anyone could have ruined the trade. And then here, when this candle closed there, you open there, and then boom, you would have just gone on one of the biggest rides of your life on a long. That would have been someone's probably biggest long they've ever taken on Bitcoin. There would have been a beautiful move, and there would have been one of the biggest moves ever, too. So, the odds are in your favor that if you open up a long above the 200 SMA on the 4 hour, you're going to make gains. It's just so simple, and I want to give my trading group simple ways to trade. And so I opened up a long, and I did exactly what I said to do, and we made 130% gains. right? So there you have it. And shout out to all the people that made gains in the trading group. God bless you all. Bang, 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 bang. I mean, it just, I wake up Monday morning to more people in the trading group joining, to people passing evaluations in their, in their leverage trading classes with the master friend, to just so much love and appreciation from from episode 1000, and from posting gains to the trading group, right? And me no lie, like, I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. I was long last night at 27,353 again, 26.14, boom to the upside. The fact that we had reset on the 1 hour time frame, the 4 hour also looked bullish to me, and we were above the 200 SMA, gave me confidence that a move was coming for Bitcoin, all right? And, man, oh no, long at average at 23.62. Fair price was 23. I'm confused there. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that fair price 337, average entry price, anyway. We would make a beautiful move to the upside for Bitcoin last night. This thing would bang, bang, bang all the way to the upside for massive gains. 130% gains on BTC, all right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, my bad. I'm like bugging out. Yeah. In at 23.6 and out at 27.35. And I sold at 27.350. I'm going to explain why I sold at that level. Bitcoin went to 27.420. We basically caught the quick top there. We're going to break that down too. Great work, man. Really follow you every day for gains. Need advice on TRB if you can, please. Shout out to Manser Butt. Send in a super chat, everyone. If you want to look at it, I don't give advice, everybody. I just go over technical analysis. No advice will be given. All right? Just TA here every single day. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence. And what's beautiful about this is just pattern trading 101. It's really simple. That's also your measured move. You know what I mean? 27,493, right? And look, we had a gap here in the VRVP. That told you we could get right up to the next high volume node. Look at the gap there, all right? I keep talking about the gap of the VRVP on the daily. That tells us that we could get all the way up to 29,000. Not too fat. It won't take us that long, all right? We're going to go through Bitcoin in depth today on this Monday morning. We're going to go through the DXY. We're going to show you the entire market right now, and we're going to have fun doing it. So here we go. We're going to start here on the all-time history index here for Bitcoin, and we're going to break it down for you like we do every single day, baby. I started downplaying my moving averages just so beginners can see more. I think it's just a good idea. Who likes that? That I've kept the 80 and the 100 away just for now. I have other, I'll always bring them back up when I need them. But when these get close and tight, it tells me something's going on. When these get close and tight, So let's break it down. I'm going to remove the moving averages like I do every single day. We're going to go over to the 2-week chart even. All right? We're going to go to the monthly chart. And we're going to talk about Bitcoin on the big boy scale here. One thing I want to talk about mainly right off the bat is a hidden bullish divergence on the monthly. We have a swing up to swing up here. But we have a swing down here telling us that we're likely going to get a high above this high inside the divergence. Also tells us that that is likely going to be our low, okay? Also the monthly here. See this little bend? It's kind of not a big deal for the monthly. See here? The monthly has bull runs when it's up here. And so you can't really play see how the monthly stochastics was high here? We were high here too. Look, that was the bull run. So we could easily just go on a bull run here. Watch. And that's a bull run right there. You know what I mean? So just don't get tripped up on the monthly. Also, the monthly just crossing the dotted line is the beginning of bullishness. Like, that's where everything started here. The beginning of bullishness. Like, we were up here. So don't stress the monthly being overbought on the stochastics like you would see on the 4-hour. You have way more time here on this indicator. All right? What you do want to trust, though, is this hidden bullish divergence that I'm showing you. Because this is one of the best indicators in the game, and on the biggest time frames, it is a huge indication of something big to come. And you are going to break these highs, says this hidden bullish divergence. Mark this, take a picture of this, and be like, the lifer told me so. That's hidden bullish. Hidden bullish on the monthly. I spy a bottom. And I've been calling this bottom for how long, everybody? Who here has heard me call this as the bottom? Like 99.9%. Like, I'm open-minded as a trader as I should be. Anything is possible. But, dude, such a high likelihood, man. I caught that Bitcoin play as well. Woke up to 125.77% gains. 5 days at 200 SMA at 34.70. We're bouncing off the 50. Great work. Jared D sees the day. Yep. Many ways to call out the bottom here, too. All right. Anyway, I'm going to show you so much today. We're going to have a lot of fun looking at Bitcoin. We're going to do that for about, we're going to go through Bitcoin and world markets for about an hour. From the NASDAQ to the S&P to the DXY. Heck, we're going to go over Euro USD and some Forex too. We trade it all here. You know what I mean? I'm going to show you Tesla. We're going to break it down. I went to bed negative 10%, woke up plus 48. My man, Ivan 10 broke. My man. Evo 10 broke. It'll probably come down to test that trend line first. Much love to all the lifers in the chat. We might come and test 21.8, 20,680. There's a chance. Could also say that this is a new trend that we're on, though. We broke it, we got back above it, and now we're holding it. See that? That's a spider line. Anyway, hidden bullish on the monthly. I don't think many channels have covered it. We've covered it numerous times. We're going to cover it again for you. Just want to make sure that the new people who here's here are new on the channel. I asked who is new on the channel. Did I get any new names here? I just showered and went to blue. Nice shirt. Thank you. Let's put the treble with the bass. Let's go. Great opportunity for a long, baby. Yep. Dude, who here is new on the channel? I want to see it. Newbie. Me, I'm new. I love it. Shout out to Paul Ack. Shout out to Josh07. Shout out to Charlie Hip Hop in the game. Crypto Music Farms in the house. God bless you. Shout out to Juan Melendez. Shout out to Cash Gordon. Shout out to Charlie Hip Hop. Just discovered the channel today. I love it. Been here for over a year. Nikki94 Boo. Newbie. Shout out to Matt Eisenor. God bless you. No one knows. Wow, I love seeing new people. Welcome to the new lifers. May God bless you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope we're bringing the positive energy your way. Hope you're feeling it. And don't worry, we're going to show you a possible live trade. So stay with us here. We're not done yet. We're just setting up the setting here. All right. This is also a possible spider line resistance break. We could be holding that as support. So monthly also beginning a green monthly in 12 days. We will see if this could close green on the monthly. Monthly support is sitting at 23,479. Okay. And if you use the wicks, you could say we kind of wicked right. Wicks are stronger on the monthly. There's our wick. We wicked right to it. So you can almost say that we challenge support on the monthly at that 26.8 level. Was interesting to me as I remember pulling the fib. And I remember right there, 24.1. Just, wanted to see if we could get the full pullback. But even if you took this impulse there, we kind of did come into a fib retracement. On a smaller time frame, I'm going to show you. On the 4 hour, I believe we can find one. Anyway, I like the 3-day chart if you're new. I watch the 3-day exclusively. Now what we do is we set our support or resistance lines on bigger time frames. Right now, we're just watching price action. And I'm teaching you how to trade. If you're a beginner, I'm also teaching every single day. I'm teaching you how to trade. That's what people don't realize. Through the way we do the systematic setup, we're teaching you your support or resistance lines. We're giving you the education that you need to get busy. Okay? Send in your super chat for a deep dive. Get that life revision on your alt bags. We also take in super chats and do deep dives. Just found the channel 8 minutes ago. Shout out to Ryan Curry in the house. God bless you, Ryan. You're in the right place at the right time. So here we go. And here's our beautiful, beautiful support level right here for Bitcoin at about 25,000. If we lose it, we drop down to 23,737. If we lose that, we drop down to 21,500, right? So we already know our key levels, but we got our bounce. Also, what I've been talking about is this is hidden bullish divergence on the 3-day chart. And I've said it every day now. How many days have I said this straight? Anyone want to watch the channel that I've been saying this for? Over and over and over and over again. Sammy, make a crypto DAO project. CJ Morissette. Send an email explaining what you're doing so we can focus on it and really take some time to think about it. CryptoLifers@gmail. So swing up to swing up while this swings down, while those stochastics are bound and the MACD wants to turn on you. That is a key recipe for a blast to the upside. And when you have hidden bullish, usually you make a high above this high to the upside. Also could be considered a monster double bottom that would have key implications for a move somewhere into the $38,000, $37,000 level. Again, I'm not a perma bear or a bull. I want to make that clear. I'm just a trader. I take advantage of whatever the market gives us by probability. A lot of times, if there's a lot of probability bullish, I'll be bullish for weeks at a time and people think I'm a perma bull. Then I'll flip bearish and people think I'm a perma bear and they're just like, no, that's just what I'm seeing at the time. This channel is just highly accurate too. Like the fact that we wake up today to gains, we call Bitcoin accurately all the time, like constantly. I haven't taken a day off for over 1,000 days. We do it here all the time. So anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you. How you doing? How's your life? How's your mom, dad, your sisters, brothers, aunts, and uncles? Hope everyone's good with you. I went to a funeral on Friday and spent the whole weekend with family. You know, still was able to call Bitcoin clearly on a Sunday night. You know what I mean? So that's hidden bullish divergence. The 3-day says we are gonna move to the upside. This is also this wacky idea that I've had is these are falling wedges that broke out both ways, but still eventually made a falling wedge. And these continue to the upside. I've backtested this idea and played with it, and I found it on many occasions. Honestly, like, look, let me go to BT, like a chart that I usually don't use. And I'm experimental, but I'm going to show you some. And again, this is going to blow your mind, and I probably shouldn't show this to the first people that come on my channel. But we'll look at Tether on like Coinbase, right? But it kind of did it here. This was the same version of it. See, it broke out. It broke out of it, came in, broke down, but then it still broke out to the upside. And your measured move is the length of the back end, and like this is what you're supposed to break out of this falling wedge. That's what's supposed to happen, right? So, and then again, I'll show you two again in some other places. Let me keep looking for it. I mean, this is kind of it. It's really strange. But one day I did this. I was like, well, it left it, came back in, but that's still the same structure, and it broke out. This is really weird. I don't expect you to understand this. This is something that I've pulled out that nobody has ever seen online before. Like, this is so unique to my mind. I can honestly say I don't think anyone, but and again, but it was derived from things my mentor taught me. My mentor said, Sam, if the pattern breaks, but it still remains, if price action can still remain in the pattern, trade the pattern as if the pattern never broke, And this is just wacky sauce. I get it. Most people would look at me like this man is insane. But I've just seen this type of thing play out more than once in my life, and I've used it to my advantage when most people just can't see it. Like, it's another one here. See, like, it'll break out with this hump, come back in, but it doesn't negate the fact that you're still in a falling wedge. Anyway, that may be over a lot of people's heads. So this says that we can get all the way up to the target here too at about 36,800. All right, that's just what the TA says. And I'll put that away for now. To me, that's just a little too big for most people's, like, it's out there. And it's so unique to me that it just, you can't really find it anywhere else. So you can't really corroborate it or match it. This guy said, I Wyckoff and fib more than most, and I still don't see what the lifer can see. I've been doing this for 15 years, man. And I've been doing obsessive chart. I get paid to look at the charts, to teach the charts, to do the charts, to be in the charts. Like, my life is the charts constantly, right? Had lost 20K when Bitcoin fell to 29K. Now made 27.3 with some leverage going long on Bitcoin for 25. Well, don't lose it this time. You know what I mean? Begin to learn some skills. Join our trading group, man. Now that you made some money, it's only $99. So for your 27,000, you're up 10. You're up $2,000 at least. Or no, you're up 7,000 now. Peel off $300, man, and join us for 3 months. Find out what it's like, or join us for a month to take the leverage class for $150. Jump on it today, man. I'm telling you right now, you'll absolutely love it. We find altcoins before everybody else. We get massive gains. We have all the token metrics data that just came in this morning. We know what's going to be hot for the week, most likely by probability. We can see where the volume's flowing. And I'm in 6 weeks, made enough to pay for 2 years membership. Look at this. He's in 6 weeks. He made enough to pay for 2 years membership, which is $2,000. Yo, will you put that in the testimonial, which is free, into right here? My team will grab it anyway. Team, grab that if you can, because that's amazing. But if you could write that in the testimonial, which is free to do, just head on over to testimonials and be like, dude, I was in here for 6 weeks and I made enough to pay for 2 months. Let people know that you're making gains from the knowledge that you learn. Everyone needs to take the master leverage class, Crypto Rambler. Agreed. Have some experience. Of course I will. Take it. Thank you. If he's playing with 20 grand, I don't think he needs a group. You don't understand, man. We show coins that are highly likely to break out. It's just like a no-brainer, you know. So you can go out, do your thing, you know, be on your yacht all day, hang out with your family, be leisurely chilling, and then just come right back in for gains. You know what I mean? Funny. So here's bullish divergence on the 3-day. Let's fold back into the daily. Bang, bang, bang. The daily starting to get a little overbought. This is the only, you know what I mean? The daily is just showing signs of getting exhausted here. So we have to heed that. And let's start building our local support of resistance. The daily also still sporting a hidden bullish divergence as well. I'm going to delete it for now because it just gets messy when you leave a lot of stuff on the charts. But for teaching purposes, I'm glad everybody saw what we saw. We also sold 27,350 so far. The morning high on that trade. It got a little higher, fine, 420, right? Carlos Alejandro, he's not lying. Got in last week and doubled my portfolio. Carlos Alejandro giving super chat to tell you how great it is to be in the trading group. Trading group just banging on them. The gains in the trading group this week were absolutely absurd. They were insane. And the leverage gains have been insane too. I'm just amazed at what the whole group is doing. So God bless everybody that jumps on in and that supports me and helps me continue to meet other people online, because it's you guys that support the algorithm. It's you guys that keep the like button going at 233 when we have 654, 400 people could hit that like button and really propel us to the next level. And each and every one of you got me to the next level. I didn't do this alone. I showed up in the live stream, but all I did was respond, and the people responded to what I taught and what I did. And now we're here at another level. So you tell me how we did it together, because you guys all helped it happen, right? And look at the gains on gains just in the last few days. PERP 7% last night, overnight. FET 11%, beautiful move. Mithril up. What was that one? 23% gains, 14% gains here on ATA. World up 39, right? 92% for Hi-Fi. That's actually went up further to 200 some odd gains. That went up even higher. Front went for gains. Joystream for 93%. TRLC for 368. Joystream started at 70. CAS went for 20 on a beautiful scalp to the upside. Hi-Fi booming. That's when we started the trade, and it continued to go to the upside for 200% gains. That's when we started Joystream right there. It started at 58. ACN, man, KBD 53. Like, the list just goes on. GFAL, what a beautiful trade we gave here. Up 107% from the bottom there on August 23rd. It did take 2 weeks, but that thing boomed. I mean, so many gains in the trading group. It's been amazing. A lot of altcoins have been exploding. Low cap gems have been exploding on MEXC. It's been absolutely beautiful. So, all right. Enough shilling. Let's get back to business here. So look, we had a beautiful double bottom for the daily at 24,008, 24,009. You could say beautiful. 25,100 really is where the candles closed, but what a beautiful double bottom for the daily candles, right? Then we had this beautiful resistance too as well. My humble opinion, we formed this falling wedge that we broke out of. That was a retest on the smaller time frame. We called this retest on the smaller time frame right there. When the 4 hour came, we called that as a retest. Boom, right? Then we had this. So we'll go back to our daily. So we have a big fat daily resistance sitting, waiting for us really right there at that POC. You see it? The point of control is at $28,000. So we know we have a key area there. And now all we want to know is, can we hold 26.3, right? Like, that's such a key area. Like, we bounced. We had resistance. We bounced. I mean, beautiful move. Then we broke above the level there at 26,006, which was also, I'm going to mark it just because it was such a key level for us to get above. And now we're right here at a resistance at 27,250. And we marked 20, look, couldn't get above 2 candles. Couldn't get above 2 candles. Couldn't get above 2 candles. I mean, what a key area, right? So if we flip this, we'll be in the money. We do have a high volume node telling us we could get all the way to 28,000. Today, we're going to decide whether we're going to go long or whether we have to wait for the pullback. And we're going to figure that out by the end of the stream today. And we're going to pretty much find out where our entry is for Bitcoin. That's what I aim to do for myself. I hope you watch. And if it helps you out, then you'll be able to gain the knowledge as well. So right now, we're going to flip on my moving averages now, and we're going to talk about it. So when the daily gets away from the 21, you're likely to have to pull back. All right? Make sure I'm not I want to make sure I'm in real time. But you're likely to pull back. You're a little too far away from the 21-day moving average. You're also getting rejected by the 50 SMA. You see that? You know, moving averages can be areas, and we're at a key resistance point, like we talked about. Taking profit here, I believe, was a good call. All right, and we took profit at 27,350, and we wicked all the way to 27,420 as well. All right. We're also going to teach you great places to take profit, great places to get into trades. We're going to show you so much here. Entry and exit points, how to play, how to get in and out. Your whole life you've been like, I don't understand. We're going to teach you what divergences are. You're going to watch people get liquidated live on the channel. It's going to blow your mind what you learn here. All right. We're going to give you tips and tricks and tools that we pay for, that you don't even have to pay for, that we cover for you if you just join the trading group. We do so much. We give you more than $99 a month. I'm telling you right now. A private weekly screen share every single week too. I mean, it's amazing. And I am shilling today because I'm just, you know why? I'm so passionate about my trading group and what I built. And I like talking about things that I love. And I love my trading group and I love what's happening. And I like the results. So I want to see more people gain more results. And I know I'm consistent. I figured that out. Show number 1,000, we're pretty sure that I'm going to keep coming. As long as my health, and and that's why I work out every day and I take my health super seriously. Because it's not just me that depends on my health. There's 800, 900 people in the trading group, thousands of people that watch the trading, the live stream every day. So that's why I always talk about working out. That's what we always talk about, doing damage, drinking the lemon water. Waking up the gains. Tomorrow is my B-Day. We'll be 33, baby. It's going to be a good year, man. Shout out to Brad Headley. I love the year I turned 33. I turned 40 this year, and I can't believe my 30s are gone. If you told me I was going to be 40, I was just like, I remember when I turned 40, I was walking my daughter to school, and then I walked home, and I was like, 40 years old. Now, one thing is, you do like to push up to the 200 SMA. When we get the tight moving averages, it does tell us, hey, it's nice to punch to that 200 SMA, right? Moving averages aren't as tight as we'd want, but we are breaking above them. We could pump up to the 200 SMA. I am still considering this gap here in the VRVP. And 29,000, we could get just a massive short squeeze, tomorrow. So things could happen faster than we realize, right? So I'm open-minded. Just always stay open-minded. But we broke down the daily resistance for you. Let's take a look at our 4-hour now. We have a really good handle where we are. We started at the monthly. We went down to the weekly. I showed you the 3-day, all right? And now here we are back on the 4-hour time frame. Now the 4 hour is about to get a golden cross. You could backtest that theory. When's the last time we got a golden cross on the 4 hour? It was right there. We had a massive move to the upside. Now, just because it happened one time doesn't mean it happens every time, right? There we got a golden cross, and it was a nothing burger. But price action was in a downtrend here. Now, price action's in a pretty cool uptrend so far. The last time we got an uptrend golden cross there, a big move. So the last 3 substantial times, we had a massive move to the upside for Bitcoin. Not saying we're going to, but you just have to take that into account, right? It would be good. Hey, this red line's about to pass this yellow line. This is just common sense stuff. You don't have to be a guy who's traded your whole life to do this. I was a guy who was just raised by an iron worker who understood these ideas, right? And so the idea is this. It's just boom. The red line's going to cross the yellow line. Let me go check and see what happened the last 10 times that happened, and then make a probability call on it. Well, the last 7 out of 10 times, we had a massive move to the upside. Interesting. Now, these are latent indicators. Price will pump, then this will cross. You front run this idea. So when you see it about to happen, that's another sign of bullishness. So if I see bullish indications on my indicator, I'm low stochastic, MACD showing lack of bearish momentum on the MACD, because this is a histogram. Then you have falling volume with falling price. See how the volume was falling to the downside while the price was also falling? It told me a reversal was coming. And then I saw the red coming for the L, you know? And then I told everyone to long when price gets above the 200 SMA. You know what's funny is you look at so many indicators your whole life, and you use this and you use that and you use this and you use so many indicators. And then one day you're alone in bed and you're sleeping, and I don't know what happens, or maybe you're at and your mind hits you and you go, oh my God, I could have just used this one indicator the whole time. Then you think about it, but you don't test it, and a year goes by, and then you keep telling yourself, man, and then you start testing it. Then it works. Next thing you know, you have yourself a pretty simple system. And so my system is longing when we get above the 4-hour time frame on this yellow line. Like, it's insane. It's insanity, right? And this gave us 130% gains at 47x leverage. I get it, but I mean, boom, you know? And there was just a high probability I was going to wake up today or tomorrow. I didn't know when it was going to happen, honestly. I just knew there was a likelihood that it was going to happen. We also know our patterns. Knowing patterns as a pattern trader helped me because I was able to figure out what was going on here. You know, some people say you don't need patterns. I just disagree. I'm in love with them. I just love the idea of finding them and understanding. This was also a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder. This had inverted head and shoulder vibes. All right. Thank you for your time. XLM, please. We'll add that to the super chats, which will start at about 11:15. God bless you. So yeah, they dolphin dipped us in the morning there, and then boom to the upside. And we caught that low too last night. It wasn't that serious. And that was where we got the divergence on the 7, and then things started to break out now. And they even flagged you above the POC. I also talk about longing when you get above a point of control. Once you get a POC, open the long. Worst thing that can happen is it's going to struggle a little bit. Usually it doesn't dump straight through a POC. It'll dump below it, then it'll dump. You know? So you got to, you know, whenever you can get above a point of control, safe bet there. And then you had a golden cross coming on the 4-hour time frame. So there was a lot. If you traded my system, it told you there was a likelihood of a move. Now, look, the 1 hour is really far away from the 21. Whenever that happens, you're likely getting a pretty quick pullback. And also, whenever it's a short squeeze, so to me, this is just so likely going to happen. Let's pull a Fibonacci here. And yeah, the 618, I would see Bitcoin coming back to 26.9. A key level of support or resistance here. And it's just because we're too far away from the 21, and look, we're curving down here. Now, small time frames could save the day, and that's why. So right now, to me, the 1 hour is the most substantial. You know, the 1 hour will be kind of what the 1 hour is a great time frame to tell you what's likely going to happen on that day. Now, you got to understand how the 4 hour and the 1 hour work together. But look, your 4 hour is getting a little overbought, and the 4 hour could continue. I just want you to understand, it could continue to pump. It's in a pretty good place for a pump, and it is about to get across. So. And it could just pin. The 1 hour could stay up here like this, and you could see a massive pump to the upside. The only reason why is, and so you don't trust the stochastics as much as you trust the space from the 21-day moving average. Look, every time price pumped up on a beautiful move, it had to come back. Let me show you the last 1, 2, 3, 4 times here. And this is why I love this channel. It's really a teaching place. And I'm excited to teach. I'm so passionate about it that I get like the high that I'm getting right now, knowing that I'm spreading knowledge that took me years to understand, is so exciting to me. Because I know I'm going to remember to someone that did something for somebody else. Yeah, I got paid. Yeah, I made some money. Yeah, I became a known YouTuber. Yeah, I lived the life, right? But that was the point, wasn't it? To go all in. And to show people that if you go all in, you get to live a wonderful life. Like, this is what it's all about. You know what I mean? It's the fruits of the labor that really bring everything into fruition, right? That's what makes it real. That's how you can tell the difference between a fake YouTuber and a real YouTuber. Like, what lifestyle? How you live in it? You know, you guys see me traveling, doing my thing. Like, we have a blast. You hang out with me, I'm taking you to the nicest restaurant in that city. We're going to have a blast. We're going to talk. We're going to drink lemon water. We're not going to get drunk. We're going to actually stay clean and sober. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk. We're going to really connect. We're going to make something of ourselves. But, like, take a look. Price action. This is kind of where we are today. Beautiful pump. Everything looking good. At a resistance. And a little too far away from the 21-day moving average. You're coming back to the 21. You come back to it. See that? Check 1-2 on that one, all right? Let's keep watching price action. And having this tool, too, you need to pay for premium. Some people, you know, right now, they can't afford for premium right now, right? So I missed it again there, but price action pumped up. It got too far from the 21. And it came back down to the 21-day moving average. That's it. Okay, and that came back down to the 21-day moving average. All right. Let's see it again here when we come up to 2. Pause it. You had the space from the 21. You're coming back down to the 21. All right. Once you know that this is a fact, you're going to stop playing with your emotions. Right there, you got to wait for the 21. You had to come back to it. And so the similar thing is happening now here as we bounce way too far away from the 21-day moving average. Did I teach you a story there? Did everyone feel comfortable? Now, I'm not 100%. Nothing I say can be taken as such. But what I will tell you is the probabilities are in your favor to short this market to the downside. All right. Nicely, though, we could SR flip this. That's a nice pump. So what I do now is now I know some ideas. I've looked at some fibs. I see we're away from the 21. Now, there's a chance that we do continue up and then we consolidate and the 21 gets pulled in. I've seen it happen and it could happen. So that's why I draw both of these and we call it the twisted sister. And this is how projection works. And this is my projection theory. And now we have to start getting into the smaller time frames because they're going to really tell a story. Like right here, you got a falling wedge on the 15-minute. And honestly, we could get a massive short squeeze here. So I'll even get rid of these for now, just for now. But I know kind of what's going on. So look at this 15-minute curving aggressively on the stochastics. RSI also kind of has a hidden bullish in a way because this is flat. See that? But this is like a chart, you know? That tells you that this could get a big move to the upside. And then I look at BOOKMAP and see if we can get bigger liquidity. They're still holding 27.5 with a fat order there. That got touched, but it's almost like they didn't get enough. Like they didn't get filled enough. So they want more people to short this market. So what they do is they hang the 1 hour oversold, right? To make people think it's going to dump. And you could be safe to wait for this to break out. Or you could make a very aggressive call here for Bitcoin to pump to the upside. Usually people say, oh, it's time to short now because it can't keep pumping, and that's usually when it does. And there you got 28,000, right? And because things are so wacky and there's a lot of emotion today, I wouldn't be surprised if we did get a massive short squeeze right now to the upside for Bitcoin. So just watch this curving 15-minute suggests we can get a pretty big pump, you know? Let's take a look at our 7-minute. Does our 7-minute want to make it? 7-minute looks interesting too. 7-minute has hidden bullish divergence. You see, it's swinging down on the RSI, but swinging up on price action. It usually tells you you'll break this high at least, even if you just double top or get a slightly higher high. So now we're into the smaller time frames, and that's kind of what you have to do when price action starts to move pretty fast, and things are getting volatile. All right. The futures market is a little different than the regular market. It's funny. So if you had 27.1 here, I'm just looking at the risk reward ratio, and we wanted to get to 27. And usually when you get to 28, you get to 28.100, but you know what I mean? There's always that spillover. I call it the froth, you know? Funny, extra zeros are fun, aren't they? 28,100. It was like, you're going to make $40,000. I was like, wow, that's amazing, right? So that's something you would like. So there, this is high risk. I made a big gain today, so I would either put a very small amount here and just leave it alone. You know what I mean? So, when you think Bitcoin going in 2 days? Jeb's interview with Sam several months ago was awesome. If you haven't watched it, thank you for saying that. God bless you, man. Appreciate you for hunting down that interview. All right. Funny, the futures market is acting like a little like more volatile today than the regular market. Anyway, this 15-minute is expecting a bounce to the upside here. It's looking very aggressive. Whenever I see this curve, we've gotten a bounce in the last few days. What I want you to heed, though, is we could be making, we could be making a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, and that's how we'll know if the 1 hour wants to take over. The smaller time frames are going to give us the confirmation. You get it? This skyrockets here and then booms, then we know. And then the short will be somewhere up in here now, back down. And the 1 hour eventually will take us down. Right? And it's False Move Monday. Remember, be very careful too as well. Some people like to take Monday off completely and not even trade it. So we'll see. We just touched the 21. Moving average is a little far apart. Likely we make maybe a right shoulder here and begin to slump to the downside. The 5 and the 7 will start to kind of also give us a rejection. And that will let you know it's a wrap. Took a little too long for my Stokes to load up there. Something about area. We went over area. Thank you for bringing it up. We'll talk about it again. Remember, it did pump. The interview with Jason Casper was awesome. Thank you for saying that, man. God bless you for doing that. So now we're going to move into the DXY, which is getting overbought on the daily time frame, and it has a bearish divergence that I keep bringing up. Everyone else is like, I'm so bullish on the daily, like the dollar looks bullish. And it does have a golden cross coming. You see that? But it could get negated. It could kind of slump before it, but But to me, see how this is flat and this is trending high up? That's a bearish div. And to me, that's trending down right there. I mean, it's a bearish divergence, not even without a doubt right here. That's a clear downtrend on the daily and an uptrend. I mean, that's the most bearish divergence I've ever seen. So this is so likely to dump to the downside here. To me, it's right at resistance. The rising wedge wants to dump on you. All right. The 4 hour time frame also pushing to the downside. We want to see this dump today, right? It's time, baby. It's time. And it's funny, for the Bitcoin pump, we didn't get much of a dump for the dollar. It wasn't like an inverse move. It was Bitcoin's move, right? It was Bitcoin's move. So I find that very interesting too as well. All right. Moving forward down to the 1 hour time frame, also pushing down. So Bear City all over on the dollar, resistance all over here. All right. However, we can keep it in a flag, as I do, because my projection keeps me open-minded on all assets. That's what I also like about my flag theory. And, the flag could technically break to the upside. I want to see it start to break. I want to see 105.17 break, and I want to see us drop down to 104.86 and see this massive rising wedge begin to drop to the downside like it's supposed to. And the measured move would take you down to 103. All right. Bearish retest somewhere, and then boom. And this would be Bitcoin's beautiful pump to the upside too as well. All right. So I made a crazy long move. It's very small amount of money, but it is up 6%. You know what I mean? 157x leverage. I figure put a little bit of leverage and see if that move can play out. This huge pump on the 15. 5 minutes says we're going to have to go sideways now and could be making the right shoulders. The 5 minutes, the party pooper right now. The 15 minutes closing green candles, though. Look, now the trade's up 9%. I'm the king of 3%, right? But the trade's up 9% now, right? Crazy. But I mean, why not long that? It looks so beautiful, right? So again, I just gave a live trade. We talk about live trading here. This is a live trade. I am in a live trade, all right, on the 15-minute time frame with hidden bullish divergence on the 7-minute, which usually tells me that the trade will continue to the upside. We also have BOOKMAP liquidity all the way at 27.5. Does it spill all over up to 28? 27.7. 27,750, I mean, you still got some big orders up there that are pretty thick. All right. So 27,300 is showing strong support if we can get back above it. And, you know, there's a chance we SR flip 27,162. I'm wary of this idea just because that 1 hour, right, is too far for the 21. But we could get one more big push up. Then start to go sideways. They could meet somewhere up above 27K. Right? So that's why we watch the smaller time frames, because they look very bullish first. Give them their time. I used to not do that. I would just trade the 1 hour, not look at the 15, and just the whole trade would, you know, short that, and then get completely obliterated. And then one of my trading buddies was like, dude, check the 15 next time you open a trade. And I was like, why do that? Don't tell me how to trade, you know? I was like, don't tell me what to do. And then I did it, and I was like, wow, right? Doing damage live, show him the charts, and he will show you the news. Amen. So the DXY, we want to see a move to the downside here, highly likely. But we'll watch this closely. And if this goes sideways and the Stokes reset nicely, see, this is the thing. Stochastics and patterns will teach you everything you need to know. This resets nicely and we still stay sideways, then it's a very likelihood the dollar's going the other way. And you can short Bitcoin. So this will give me an indication of whether to short or long Bitcoin. You get it? The DXY. The bigger time frames tell us that there's going to be a bit of a pullback, but only time will tell on the dollar index. All right. Shout out to everybody here at 11 p.m. God bless you all. 715 people on the live, 315 likes, $16 in chat revenue. If you want me to do a deep dive or talk about something, take profit at 27.3, 129% profit. My man Bleaves. Shout out to Bleaves Crypto. Bleaves Crypto, man. Shout out to Bleaves, bro. I've been watching you. You've been making me laugh a lot lately. I'll be honest. Is this the real Bleaves? Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to Bleaves Crypto, man. Is this the real Bleaves? Respond if this is the real Bleaves. I've watched some of your stuff, man. I think it's funny. I think you got a career. I think you got a career in comedy, man. Like, I'm with you, bro. You funny, dude. Some of the things you were doing were pretty funny to me. I have to be honest, man. I'm sure some people don't, you know, but I was raised by an iron worker, tough love kind of guy. And so a lot of your comedy to me was just like, hey, man, it is what it is, man. Shout out to Bleaves, man. Hey, we'll get you on the show one day, man. You've been funny, dude. Anyway, I'm going to short, so I'm hoping for the pullback. Interesting. Hope is a horrible word when trading. Probably the worst word to be using in trading in your life is hope, right? The 5 minute says you might get a little pullback. And you can make a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder here. And the pull on that 21 is just too far. These moving averages are getting far apart. We had a beautiful pump this morning. Massive short squeeze, right? Shout out to everyone that took it. And please, man, you look like you could bench like 400 pounds too, man. And you can squat like 400 too. I could be wrong, but you look like you put in work at the gym, right? I don't really hit gym. I don't do weights a lot, but I do calisthenics every single day. And I have like a very, very insane workout. Used to bodybuild. Yeah. So cool, man. Anyway, shout out to everyone here on the live. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for coming to the live. I appreciate you. Gratitude is my attitude every single day. Episode 1001, man, as we begin a whole new journey, really. And we continue to watch this move as it's so far slightly kind of in the green, in evens, slightly in the green. The 5 minute is trouble starter right now as it's getting overbought. But it's close to the 21, so it tells me we could go sideways here next 15, 20 before we get our bigger pump. I trust in the 15. We'll see what happens. And what we want to see is this kind of go sideways and the 15-minute Stokes eventually curve or come up here. They'll coincide with the 1 and the 4 possibly, and then it'll be time for the short, right? But only time will tell. Let's take a look at the S&P 500 ES1 mini futures on the CME gap here. I looked at this bear flag and said this is likely to break to the downside. As you can see my white line, there was a divergence. It could break up to the 21, but to me it was bearish. It looked like we SR flipped this bear area, right? Look, previous support became resistance. And wow, we almost hit the target there too at 4479. We lost the POC. Let's talk about this because I've kind of broken down some things here for the S&P. And we've got rejected by a key area at 4565. So watch, I'll build the S&P for you again like I do almost every asset, and we'll talk about it. If you're in my trading group or even just watching me, a guy next to me on the plane, I ended up calling the bottom on the S&P similar to the bottom for Bitcoin because there was a swing down, and weekly bullish divergence is very rare. You see it like once every 8 or 9 years on some of the biggest assets in the world. After that, it makes a massive move. I've back-tested it for everyone. I've shown it on the channel many times. It's an amazing strategy to use. As we sit at 45 even Steven 0 zeros, that's crazy, right? But let's take a look. I mean, the weekly saying, hey, we're going to consolidate here. One of these two ways. And we're ready, you know. We have beautiful weekly support sitting at 43.15. So bring it on. I mean, if the weekly loses that, we come back down to another strong support at 41.89. So the weekly looking strong on the S&P, right? They're printing money. All these people that got into office are going to have to do stuff they said they're going to do, and they're going to go back and say, I don't have the money, I need it. And they're going to have to print it. You know what I mean? Because there's no way they're going to stay in office if they don't print that money. Yeah. So, just, straight up. 7-day, they're curving to the upside. 3-day, kind of, but does it have a hidden bullish? It kind of does. That's swinging up. Wow, look at this. There's a hidden bullish divergence on the 3-day chart on the S&P 500. As that swings up, that swings down. It tells you that the trend should continue to the upside. So overall, we're seeing bullish signs on the bigger time frames for the S&P. Things that I didn't, while everyone tells us we're headed for a recession, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. I stick to the charts, man. And this says the S&P weekly is in a good shape. That means we should pump into December, maybe even into January. The weekly carries you 3, 4, 5 months when you get a bullish sign like that. All right, the daily says we get a pullback and shoulder, head, and shouldering. See, shoulder, head, right shoulder. So that's some bearish, And it says maybe we're more inside of this falling wedge, right? Than in a beautiful, uptrend. In a ascending triangle. So look for this, and the 200 could come into play. Price action is getting a little far away from that 200 SMA. You want them to get close again. Do you come all the way back to the POC? There's a chance you do. Okay, and retest 41.33. Where was our main resistance point at 46.3, which was that top right there. So we double top, tip, that's going to be our next major area. And you can see shoulder, head, a bit of a right shoulder too. That could break you down to the 200 SMA. All right. So to me, it looks more like we're getting the falling wedge here. The daily does look to want to pull back here. All right. So the daily desperately wants to pull back. So the S&P showing signs of a pullback. Clear as day. 4 hour says, hey, I'm still hanging in there though. So it's interesting. You could draw this trend line and see if you can stay inside. Look at our 1 hour for the day. 1 hour is attempting to get a push up too, just for the morning. And it has some strong bullish div right there. See that? Last time it had that, it did fight its way to the top of the channel. So you would suggest, at least for now, that the S&P will bounce to the top of this channel off this bullish divergence. So that divergence is strong. Last time we had it there, the same thing. Last time we had it there, the same thing. 1, 2, there it is again. I see the S&P making a bounce. Look for it to kind of struggle at 45.54 for its next decision make. Time to make a decision there. Let's take a look at our baby gold. It's been a while since I looked at gold, baby gold. I used to trade gold every single day. It kind of makes me sad that, and then I moved on to Bitcoin, and now I don't look at gold every day like I used to. But for 5 years of my life, before Bitcoin existed in my life, it may have existed, but I didn't know much about it. I traded gold every day. And I looked at the price of gold every morning when I woke up and every night before I went to bed. And now I look at the price of Bitcoin every night before I go to bed. And so I've been doing the same kind of trading rituals for a long time now. And gold, gold got me into trading. It was gold. If some of you new people want to know my trading story, it's pretty beautiful. I'm a young guy. I'm 24 years old. I open up some stock stuff. I start buying, I lowball AMD, I'll buy some Apple, buy some Tesla, I buy a couple little stocks, don't put a lot of money. I'm talking 500. You know, I learned how to press the buy button and send money from my account. You know, that's the basics point, right? Like, that's where it starts. And I go from there, and I do a little more, and things begin to grow. And next thing you know, I start buying gold and silver, right? The actual hardware. Even before I trade it, I'm buying gold and silver. And I'm like, I see Peter Schiff tell me that the housing crisis is going to come, and it does. So I get into gold and silver, the bars. I end up with 40,000 of it. I don't know what to do with it. It's heavy in a backpack. I'm not sure what to do. I'm like, what do I do with this? So I was like, oh, you can trade. So I start trading gold and silver. That kind of starts the movement, right? I go back and forth. And the 5 minute should bring us down a little bit, you know. So that's the only thing I'm seeing. But we're sideways. We'll go back. We'll get there. But listen to the story. It's amazing. So I start trading gold and silver. And I get into trading what's called JDST and JDST. Let me show you. JDST is Direxion Dable Jr. Goes Bear, 2 shares. All right. ARCA, New York Stock Exchange, ARCA, right? So basically, if you look at this, like if gold is going to, like if this looks like it could make a move to the upside, I trade it. I mean, so if gold's going to go down, this will go up. And it used to be a 3X. When I traded it, it was a 3X the shares, but they downgraded it for some reason to 2X shares. People making too much money trading gold, I guess. You know. And then I would trade JNUG the other way. So this was your, see how it says bull? The other one says bear. They're basically the same fund. It's just like trading ETFs. They were the opposite, right? So like this says gold might get a little bit of a breakout here on the 22, right? And you could watch the dollar too. And if the dollar's going to slump, gold's likely going to get a bit of a move. And you could trade gold to say, you know, so I could trade gold against I could trade any asset in the world, really. I could trade euro, gold, you know, you name it, Forex, you know, perpetuals, 1 minute, 50x leverage, spot, swing trade. I swung trade 15,000 on Caspa just the other night, right? For $500 in a 9-hour period, right? So you'll learn everything you want, man. You can just take it everywhere you want to take it. So I used to trade. So this is how I learned how to trade. Then eventually I found what was called Great Panther Limited, GPL. Where's this thing? GPL stocks. Great Panther Mining Limited. And it's an F. Now, wow, they took this thing to the ground, huh? But back in the day, this thing was trading at like, what? Here's 2015. It's trading at like, no, earlier. Yeah, right here. 2010, all right? So it goes from like $6 all the way to like $49, out of control, right? Here it goes from like 7 up to 10. And I just made a tiny trade here, like, you know, when it went from like 87 cents to $3. Changed my life. I made $2,500. I put $2,500. It turned into like $9,000. And then I found what's called Canopy Grow Corp, CCP. Canopy Grow. This is a crazy story, right? So then I find Canopy Grow Corp, and I find it on the Toronto Stock Exchange before it hit the NASDAQ. It wasn't even on the NASDAQ yet. We're talking before 2014, right? And I start buying this on the Canadian Stock Exchange, the Toronto Stock Exchange, for like $1.78, and I put $6,000 in there of that money that I made on Great Panther Limited. Right? I kept $3,000 out for trading, $6,000 for the long haul, and that thing would go, like, look what it did. You know, it would go to 56 American. I would sell around this $30 region, but I mean, oh my God, man, and that would change my life. And then it's, you know, so then I'm out around 2016 or even later too. But then I find Bitcoin here. See, 2017, I find Bitcoin right around this area. All right, I sold it 2 times. I sold it once at $12. All right, took some money. I didn't think it was going to keep going. It had this huge push up. Then I always remember this October of 2018, everything went super high. And I had left like $6,000 in the account too, and it started to come down, and I ended up selling it here, and then this thing just never came back. Bruce Linton left the company, and then it just, but this was the, you know, so I just took advantage of different booms in my lifetime. And these little, you know, 3 or 4 trades really changed my whole life. Okay? 3 or 4 trades changed my entire life. So it could happen to you, you know, it could happen to you. Anything could happen. Anything can happen. All right. Let's get back to the 15-minute here. But I wanted to inspire you with that story. I wanted you to feel, you know, the energy and and I remember, man, night shift, you know, saving all my money. Like, I saved so much of my money. And honestly, everyone laughs at saving. And yeah, eventually you got to learn how to move money around. But you can't move money around when you don't have any. And if you don't save, you'll never have any. So you got to save. You know what I mean? So look, this trade is doing its thing right now. Did I draw? I think I drew it on another, because I remember having the risk-reward ratio up. But look, the trade's up 13%, right? I'm just saying, 13% right there, 157x lev. You know, because the 15-minute just looks too scrumptious right now. 7 minutes starting to get a face plant, like it doesn't want to go up. And we're pressing on the 5, like we keep pressing the 5. Eventually the 5 is going to say no, no, no. And that could be the right shoulder, and that could be the end of this rally, honestly. Like, that could be it. Such a massive move this morning. And so, yeah, you're looking for the 50-minute to slump here, turn down. And then if you break below the 21, you're dropping all the way to the 200 SMA. It's just how this game works. And then you have the shoulder, head, and the shoulder that will take you down. You do also have a little bit of bearish div here, right? It's not perfect, but you have it. Yeah, see, and I double-click the RSI because, look, if you don't double-click the RSI, that looks like it could be an uptrend there. But when you double-click, you can see exactly what's happening. Even looks like you're touching it there, but you're not. You're spot on. So there's a bearish div there. As that swung up and that swung down. All right. But you have to remember the power of the shorts that just think they can control the market and continue to push us to the downside. They just think they can continue to push us down and they continue to get flushed. All right. So that's the one thing that you got to watch out for. And that's why we have BOOKMAP. And look, the biggest order is above us at 27.5. It tells us we are going to the upside. There's no big red order anywhere closer. There's no whale bigger than this whale right now at the moment. He controls the market. He says, I want to eat 680. I want to sell 680 Bitcoins at 27.5. You will give me my order and like it. And I'll be honest, like, as many times it looks like it's not going to happen, like, well, price action will wiggle and wobble. And then that whale will eat and get his, like 26.8 the other day. It wibbled and wobbled, but eventually that whale came in 8 and he took his, you know what I mean? How did you learn JNUG? I literally found it on my own. I was just playing around looking for things to trade. I can't remember who told me. I think I was using stock twits a lot. I was in stock twits all the time. Back in the day, that was like where you would hang out. Got looked at it, kept seeing bearish divergence on it, but kept going up. I mean, don't play against low stochastics touching the 21, falling wedges, right? The key is to open up the short when this level gets broken and short right back down here. So, like, look for the bearish retest of 27,139, 27,200. Like, that's where you want to short. Right now, you've shown that you've hit that as support. So, you know, you want to short when you lose support here. Or if you come up and hit this resistance at 27.4, right? Right now, we're kind of stuck in the abyss. Whales can set their limits without it showing on BOOKMAP. Got liquidated because I kept seeing bearish divergence on Link, but it kept going up. Sorry to hear that, man. Have to build a bag to make a bag. Exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing, man. People will teach you how to trade. I will teach you how to dig yourself up from depression, from the lowest points of your life, and build yourself up into a millionaire. I will teach you how to mentally push yourself. And I'm not a financial advisor, but I believe if I raise your frequency enough, the money comes in when your frequency is high. The money starts to follow you when you're on the right track. I can't explain how or why it happens, but it just does. When you follow your heart and you go after your passion, because when you're passionate about something, you'll do it better than everybody else. You ever see a guy work in the wood and you just know, like, yes, he's successful. He makes a lot of money doing it, but he probably doesn't do it for the money. He does it for the passion. You know what I mean? And whenever you see someone passionate about something, there's success behind the way. And so finding out what you love and what you're passionate about is the key to life. I'm passionate about talking publicly. I love speaking publicly. Right now, I'm speaking publicly to 700 people, right? I'm passionate about math. I'm passionate about patterns. And I'm passionate about finance. I am passionate about building wealth. These things I'm all very passionate about. So it comes naturally to me to want to show up every single day, no matter what, no matter what's going on, and bring that energy and bring that love. Okay? And then through prayer and exercise, you know, hopefully 980 of 1,000 days, you feel amazing. Maybe only 20 days out of 1,000, I was probably sick in the last 1,000 days. Maybe 20. I'd say maybe less. It was like I was sick 4 or 5 times, 3 to 5 days at a time. You know, that's 20 days out of 1,000 days. So I think that was a dang good ratio, right? So the 5 minute is slumping us. That's what's happening now. See? I knew that. I'm like, all right. And that could be the right shoulder. And that could start the train here down. Now you know you have resistance for Bitcoin at 27.3, and that's going to be an area that you're going to want to flip. So you can say, hey, if we flip that area, likely we could get a bounce, right? And you can try to start to play this. Are we making some type of symmetrical now? To me, it looks like a head and shoulder that's likely to start to go to the downside. On that note, I'm going to close the long at break even. It's actually up 5% when I closed it. Let's see how much they got me on it. I was able to close it at 4.89%, right? And I could be a Sally right now, but I had a good win today. Why risk it? You know, and that 5 minute looks like it's going to take us down. You're confusing us, Lifer. You said the 15 minutes good, but dude, I watch all time frames and I respect them. And you will learn too. I'll teach you the ways. It's a bit of a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. What you want is for this 5 minute to reset and go sideways. If that happens, then there's a chance that this 15 minute will continue. And then we get rid of the 15, you know, so. But it's like I knew this 15 minute would slump because the 5 minute was overbought in the stochastic. All right. And I have a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder because I know my patterns. And I saw the bearish div. All right. Because, you know. And now you have rising price with falling volume. It's not a good look. You don't want to see price rising while volume falling. It's not a good look. Never been, never has been, you know. What a move, though, to the upside. Shout out to, and we took it all the way. We got in here and we sold there. Like, it was insane. What a move, man. What a move. Wow, the short squeeze is attempting to continue here. Look at that. 5 minutes says I'll just get pinned. I'll be honest, I would trust BOOKMAP over everything else, and it says we're going up. So remember that. Like, in BOOKMAP, we trust here on this channel. BOOKMAP says the squeeze will happen, and you'll see us somewhere at 27.5, 27.8, not too long from now. That's what BOOKMAP says. High risk, though, on a Monday. No need to trade it. You don't have to. So now you're like, will the 15-minute bend? Will the 15-minute keep pushing and bend this 5 minute? Will the 5 minute have to double top up here? Give me that, right? And we're just going to keep pushing. One good thing is you're above the 21, you're near it. And that's always a bullish sign. If you were far away from it, then you would, you know. Your 1 hour is in indecision doji time. Let's take a look at what the 1 hour's been doing. Oh, sorry. So the 1 hour made a bullish doji, really, technically. Right? Indecision, but more bullish doji. And now it honestly could flip back up. I'm watching this 15. The 15 minute looks the strongest. It's interesting, right? Confusing. That's why you either commit to the time frame you want, put a stop loss, and walk away. It doesn't have to be confusing. You just do what you got to do, baby. You know what I mean? Shout out to anyone that took Leverage Mastery class yesterday. Unbelievable. People are getting funded, learning how to get funded. People are just doing fun things with their life. They're freer with trading. They're understanding more. And again, you can trade alts. You can trade this. You can trade Forex. This will give you the opportunity to trade so many different things in your life. $150 for serious traders to reach the next level. Hit the QR code or the link in the description of my videos. You know, I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. I got so much out of this class, and you will too. Leverage Mastery every single Sunday, 12 p.m. I also teach class the last Saturday of every month. It's coming up. September, whatever that September is, that day on September. Let's take a look here. Last Saturday of the month would be the 30th, the actual last day of September, which is pretty funny. So in about 12 days, I teach class. Jump on it today. It'll blow your mind. All right. Brother, okay. And we're going to take a look. Super Chats, XLM, Area, Render, and COREUM. We'll take a look at those. I'm staying in long. Got locked in 20% no matter what. Okay. Okay. Hey, the 15 minutes says we'll go long, so. I'm a freelance writer, and I did a couple jobs for BOOKMAP. That's pretty cool, man. Hey, you want to email us? We could use a freelance writer. Email cryptolifers@gmail, man. Let us know, Ryan. The Master Friend is in 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Cass gets a new listing tomorrow, too, as well. Wow, Casper on the radar. Casper getting another pump back to the upside as well. Big bear div on 4-hour GPDLF chart, but it has been less concerned with divvies for a while now. So gold, what is gold doing? We'll take a look at gold on the bigger time frames here. You want to look at gold on the weekly? I mean, a giant cup and handle for gold. You see that? And it started in 2011, and I've been showing off this cup and handle, and then it even has a bigger one, like kind of an ascending cup and handle. But gold's been on a beautiful uptrend. And look at this, ascending triangle really for gold that it's starting to form up here too. Beautiful move. And this is gold's cup and handle, baby. And it's just retesting here. Tells you that gold's going to get a massive rally up to 3,000, 2,800 bucks somewhere. Maybe even, it could be even more somewhere by 2026. So gold is going to continue to go up. I started buying gold at 800, 960 bucks. Right? So I doubled my money, but it took a long time. I started buying gold in 2010, right? 2009, right here. This is where I started buying gold, right in this little dip. And so, what kind of music is this? It's bugging me out while I'm paying it. See, I get so into what I'm doing. I'm like, what are you doing to me? Bitcoin to form a symmetrical triangle. You never know it could possibly do that. Yeah. So I'm looking at gold here, and I'm like, wow. Let's take a look at our daily. Our daily's oversold too. It's interesting. Gold's in a bit of a flag here. And I showed you that the dollar isn't, looking amazing. Gold looks like it could pump on the daily here to the upside. So I'd watch, if you're trading gold, gold looks bullish. Measured move at least to that top trend line at about 21.17. All right. That's interesting. Deep house. Outsider house. And it's like, what the? Oldies but goodies. All right. So gold looking bullish to me too. Something you want to just keep on the radar. All right. Look, there's the pump on that 15, man. Staying on the move. It's going to defy the 5-minute likely and continue to push. It is the bigger time frame. Negate that bullish div and just continue to pump. BOOKMAP says we get the short squeeze. Bitcoin is up. Awesome song. Thank you, Patrick Rick. People buying gold to get money out. 29K today. 29K today. That is now in the money that long. Now the long's even more in the money, right? Look at that thing, man. It looks like a squeeze is coming. Remember, join the trading group. If you want to learn what we know, get into the coins that we're getting into. Join MEXC if you want to trade with us. Anyone that hits the link there, it's 0 spot maker and taker fees. You won't, it'll be the best you've ever traded, like the lowest fees anywhere else. So hit the link right there to MEXC. I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind. It's also, they make it so simple to trade futures. It's like, point and click. And you can drag and drop your stop loss. It makes it amazing. Things heating up here on BOOKMAP. Starting to get the vibrations. When we get the vibration and the balls start to jitter on, we That's when the move starts to happen here. Link to the description of BOOKMAP if you want to jump on in. I love BOOKMAP. I also do a webinar for them every single week. If we're going to dump, would have done at market open. If Mexi's safe yesterday, I trade on high-fi and my position does not close for 40 minutes. I never heard that. It's never happened to me, man. DXY dropping. Let's go. There you go, baby. There you go. Bitcoin 27,334 now. That's an aggressive 15-minute. 7 was with us. Getting a little overbought now, and the 15's like the 5's like, dude. I'm seeing lack of volume for this push. Like I showed you, price is moving up while the volume's moving down. It's usually a bearish sign. You know what I mean? Because it means you're losing the buyers. I'm staying out of the trade for today. And if I miss the massive pump, I miss the massive pump. It is what it is. I already took this massive pump. I woke up to gains this morning, so. Pump till September, super moon. Thank you, Lifer, for doing this morning stream. Thank you for coming. And the gratitude is right back at you, man. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. All right. And some quick news that people are talking about right now. Mark Cuban loses nearly $900,000 on crypto wallet MetaMask. Mark Cuban believes he installed a counterfeit MetaMask wallet, potentially exploited by a scammer to pilfer his cryptocurrency. Shark Tank billionaire Mark Cuban re-engaged in the crypto space over the weekend after months of inactivity, only to fall victim to a hack. One of the tech mogul's crypto wallets saw losses of $870,000 across various cryptocurrencies. He was alerted after on-chain sleuths noticed his wallet was being unusually drained, thus preventing further losses. An ex-user identified as Waz Crypto was the first to draw attention to the transfer, raising concerns about its suspicious nature on late Friday. After Cuban became aware of the purported attack, he transferred $2 million worth of USDC to Coinbase. He then confirmed the hack in response to DL News, stating, "Someone got me for 5 ETH." Cuban believes someone might have been tracking his activity, explaining that he came to use MetaMask for the first time in months. He suspected he downloaded a counterfeit version of the widely used browser extension MetaMask crypto wallet. He was reportedly looking up stablecoin provider Circle and then mistakenly downloaded what he thought was MetaMask. Cuban mentioned that the hack took place while he was attempting to clean up his account using his phone. Dude. I just stopped. Then you emailed me, so I locked my NFTs and he clarified the only account was hacked, had any losses, his other accounts remain unaffected. I'm just saying, man, you go to the real MetaMask website, right? Like they have MetaMask.com, they got all this nonsense. You Google the thing, it's IO, right? Like input, output, all right? And the thing is, there's .coms, there's so many shady ones. Just be careful, man. Download the right MetaMask, all right? Put it on a different computer, if you have to. I'm telling you, that 5 minute is just like not letting us get back above that zone there, I see a shoulder head and a shoulder with bearish div, but you know what? I could be wrong. There's a possible short squeeze. It's a Monday. You should be getting some mixed signals on a Monday. I've been hacked by someone so baby Doge look alike and took away my baby Doge. Ancient Dogecoin whales preparing for a dump. Did Cuban create a software company back in 2000s? I know, right? And then he gets hacked. It's funny you said that. So you look, I see the pullback on the 5 minute rising wedge back to the bottom here somewhere. Shoulder head and a shoulder, and we could drop all the way to the 200 SMA here to 26.8. Let's see if 27,160 can hold. That's the key area of support of resistance that I'm going to be watching for today. If it doesn't hold, you're going to 26.8 and then possibly to 26.7 right here at this POC on the 5. All right. Small time frames will get you there throughout the day. And the 1 hour also is bearish, as we've said before. Right? It's got some tweezer topping going on now. I didn't say Caesar topping. I said tweezer topping. It's not Caesar salad. But, we're getting some tweezerness, and we're pointing down on the stochastic. All right. We got rising price here, and the volume starting to fall off. All right. Let's see. There's a battle here at this 27,286 area, though. And only time will tell. And again, BOOKMAP says that the whale's going to get what the whale wants. So, let's see. To me, a symmetrical triangle is beginning to form. That will give us a 50-50 at one point. All right. I'm not in the trade, so I should take this away because people think I'm not personally in the trade right now. Okay. I left with 4%. All right. Sam, are you tossing this? Come on, man. There's kids here, man. There's family and kids and stuff, you know. As much as I'm a funny guy and maybe behind the closed doors we could joke around a little bit, I guess, I think that part of me is kind of dying, man. I'm on to my third kid. Like, I'm a real dad. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but, you know, unveiling Bitcoin Spark, the next big player after Bitcoin and Ethereum. What? What are you talking about? What is this? This is like not scrolling. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm out of here. Okay. Cryptocurrencies have reshaped the entire DeFi system. Bitcoin Spark is the next big crypto platform. Bitcoin and Ethereum paved the way for growth of decentralized finance. Bitcoin Spark network is still under development. It's expected to go live with the mainnet soon after the ongoing ICO ends. The network's proof of work aspect will be the primary validation process that will provide processing to the network. Unlike Bitcoin, BTS mining has reduced mining power consumption rate required to confirm new Bitcoin Spark blocks. Come on. I don't know, man. At least we know about it before everybody else, but there's so many people trying to hijack the Bitcoin name, you know. ETHgate, was the SEC in bed with Ethereum? ETHgate explained. The conspiracy theory is one of the biggest scandals in crypto. The term ETHgate has been on the lips of every XRP supporter in recent months, and increasingly the broader cryptocurrency community. At the heart of the issue is the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission decision to classify ETH as a non-security, contrasting sharply with its ongoing legal action against Ripple and XRP. ETHgate refers to a theory alleging that the Ethereum Foundation and Consensus have fostered close relationships with key individuals within the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and other entities like JP Morgan, thereby ensuring a favorable regulatory environment for Ethereum. So, you know, so what is ETHgate? Everyone's wondering about ETHgate. Here's a quick update to it. They're saying that, well, why was XRP just, you know, thrown through the ringer while ETH just skipped to Malu right on through? Well, the reason was, well, maybe ETH had close connections to people in the SEC, and that is really the heart of ETHgate. On the cornerstone of this is the theory that the Hinman emails, which were released earlier this year, and the emails which were made, he made a landmark speech, and they took those emails, right, declaring that Ethereum was not a security. Interacted with the Ethereum's co-founder, Vitaliy Buterin, right before the speech. Hinman reportedly consulted Buterin to understand the operational dynamics of Ethereum. Remarkably, Bill Hinman rejoined the law firm Simpson Thacher in 2020 after leaving the SEC. What's the significance of that? Well, Simpson Thacher is associated with the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. Therefore, the XRP Army believes that Hinman's decision to deliver a speech giving Ethereum a regulatory free pass may not have been impartial. And then it goes further into Joe Lubin, and you could take this all the way, but this is a big news, you know what I mean? Now, the latest is John E. Deaton indicated that new potentially damning information about ETHgate might soon be disclosed. I've always said that one day we'll get the full truth. Today is one day closer. Deaton tweeted in response to Steve Narioff's lawyer, Michael Scotto, who indicated that Narioff is prepared to make his facts known at a time and matter that serves the interest of justice and the people. Wow, an early advisor to Ethereum has extortion charges against him dismissed in May this year. Deaton speculates that Narioff could be a significant source of insider information, possibly related to Ethereum's regulatory free pass. I have the map. Wow. Yikes. That's crazy. I never thought it was going to get that deep. ETHgate and the SEC. Interesting. Just so you know, I want to keep you guys privy. A lot of people are saying ETHgate. You may not know what's going on. Now you do. I just wanted to make sure you did. You know, I wanted to know. All right. So we all know together. Bitcoin's just sitting there tight here at 27,285, really just going sideways. Hey, Sam, do you see the glitches with the U.S. bonds? No, that's really weird. A lot of fun. Freelance writer, email sent, Sam, let me know. Thank you. God bless you, man. Nah, it'd be awesome. You can always use a writer with the crew, man. There's always room for someone to be creative and to add their 2 cents to the crowd here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. 681 people, 391 likes. Let's keep it going. Let's jump in onto those super chats. Let's look at the fan funding. And, wow, time is flying by today. Just one of those days. Render, I see bearish div on the bigger time frames. Can you look at COREUM? Area. COREUM had a tiny market cap. I think the last time I looked at it, I wanted to move on, but we'll see again. I'm sorry. Everyone needs to take Master Leverage class, the portfolio. Thank you, Carlos, Alejandro, Crypto Rambler, Bryson Gonzalez, and everybody that threw down today. So area we're going to look at. So let's take a look at these super chats. Super chats, XLM, area, render, and COREUM. Let's take a look at those. And remember, join MEXC today if you want to trade with us. The link is right there. Join the trading group. The link is right there. We make it so easy to join. Jump on in today. It'll blow your mind. I'm telling you right now. You can take a live trade with us right now. You never know, right? This 15 minutes says it's going to continue to pump all the way to 27.7. That's what it says. BOOKMAP also has liquidity at 27.5. If you trust those two things, which we do many times in the channel, it suggests that we are going to see a blast to the upside. All right. Oh, the wifer is great. She recovered fully, and she's ready to go. Yeah, my family came, and she was cooking and moving around, and she was the best house guest ever. And, yeah, I didn't even really remember her telling me she's fully better. She just, next thing you know, she was better. Yeah, so thank you for asking about the wifer, man. Very nice of you. Very considerate individual. So you guys asked me about this area network, and we put it in this idea and said maybe it could break to the upside about 8%, and it did that. Came back down, then retested, and now look what it's doing. If I delete everything, it's actually looking pretty bullish here inside of what's called an ascending triangle, right? And a really bullish ascending triangle with the way it's coasting up with the moving averages and the 21 and the 50. I could see this thing make a nice move to the upside here at 34. It's also kind of a cup with a handle there too as well. Looking pretty bullish on the 4-hour time frame to me. Area, which is Arion Network. Very small market cap, but it's on MEXC. I'm watching this closely. Put an alert right here. This thing could get busy. Safe idea is wait for a breakout and retest. So it breaks out and retests this level at 26 and booms back up. The measured move takes you to 34. You can grab a price note here, give you a nice big, and you can make it nice and big there. So we're watching area. It's on the radar here with an alert. And it even has kind of a hidden bullish divergence. That's coping down while that's sloping up in a row. Almost like a double hidden, which I've never seen in a way, but that's strong. Bitcoin bubbling up at 27,320. All right. Now it broke that little like kind of resistance area there. You'd be in the big money now. I closed my trade, but that trade probably up like 30% now. The one that I eventually opened up around here at the beginning of the live. So we did, we show you how we do it here every single day. Bang, bang, bang. And watch an area from the live. And if you can't make it to the live, we post things that we're looking at here in the trading group. So if you're at work and you can't watch the live stream, but you can, get at least a Discord update and take a look, or you can have Discord open, you're still going to get access to the chart. You know what I mean? Which I think is awesome. Scared money doesn't make money, right? Thanks for everything, Sam. If you have time, could you please look at QROLLI on DEX, holding 1 million market cap. Wow, I never heard about it. Wow. QROLLI, another new coin here on the channel that we've never heard about. Let's look at coin market cap here. All right, let's take a look at XLM, Stellar Lumens. And look, we've gone over the DXY. We've gone over the S&P futures. We've gone over gold, Bitcoin, right? The NASDAQ futures, you name it, we've done it on the channel, right? So Stellar Lumens on MEXC. MEXC's got it all. They got all the big ones, small ones, some as big as you had, right? Funny, right? So here, big pump to the upside. I drew a fib. We want to see price come back down to that 618 fib, which is 11.32. All right, 11.3, yeah, between 10.92 and 11.30. And it's kind of what we're seeing. The 4 hours getting over the bot again, and look, it fell below the point of control there. Resistance, got back above, and then broke back below it. Let's take a look at our daily time frame. Our daily's headed oversold, but it could come back down all the way. Usually likes to touch the 200 SMA. I'd look for Stellar Lumens to get a little closer here, like I showed you. Double bottom somewhere into this golden pocket, 618, but it's getting close, in my opinion, for a, where it's going to retrace and possibly get a bigger move to the upside. 3-day chart still a little low too as well. Daily, 22-hour getting very oversold, looking for a bounce. Now, there's a chance it doesn't go lower than this. If that's the case, I don't mind missing the first pump The retest of 13 would be a beautiful pump. And to ride 13 to 20 would really be the move there. All right. If it comes back down and does a bullish retest here, you're going to hit the 786. That would be another key area. These would be the safest areas. This would be risky because it could go either way, right? Confirmation entries are the best, but you got to watch them like a hawk and you have to plan them out really well. And they're not perfect. You got to do the best you can with how they play out, right? Volt, fix it a move big, y'all. Volt Inu, again, my man coming back with the Volt Inu. We used to love this coin back in the day. Remember Volt Inu, man? That's not it anyway. Anyway, I'm going to look at a different coin. Super chats, Render, COREUM, and QR. Yeah, I got everyone says like, hey, can you look at this first, please? Can you? But they won't send a $1 super chat. There's people that have super chats I got to get done. I can't. If I do someone's ask before a super chat, I find it rude. I just feel like something that I don't want to be doing. Okay. I apologize. I don't mean to be rude, right? Honestly, though, this is the channel. This channel has been the place to be. Like, we've been just doing amazing things here. The consistency is so boss. Like, I woke up this morning, I saw Bitcoin, and I was like, I get to show up today, show 130% gain. Talk about how we called Bitcoin above the 200 SMA on the 4. Go over how I stayed consistent to the strategy. Talk about a strategy. Backtest it. I said, teach it. I said, wow, today's going to be amazing. Like, and my mind did all that in the first 2 minutes. I woke up, my mind went, oh my God, it's going to be so much fun. Like, and I went through all those thoughts literally in probably under a minute. And I said, man, today's going to be great. So we came down for, look, a retest. Look, I mean, resistance, resistance, resistance. You're in, that's the ascending triangle. You break out, you retested, you got the bounce. All right. Now the 1 hour is doing the same thing. You look for kind of the 1 hour to make some type of flag here. And there you get a bit of a cup and handle that could break on out. Take a look at your 4 hours so you're not jamming yourself into overbought territory. And that says you could continue to the upside. And you would take the length of this pole now. And that gives you even further. So it says render's about to get to 175 from 161. Just got a golden cross there too. Let's take a look at our daily. Daily's a little overbought. You could push all the way up to this 200 and then get rejected. Your next big rejection point is 175. You're starting to get a little far away from the 200 SMA. The smaller time frames would have to just give us a big push here. So look for a pump, and look, the 1 hour wants to kind of go sideways. So watch the 1 hour. Chance it dumps you back down to the 200 SMA and you revisit this area, or you stay inside the flag. So you put an alert here and just watch it. I'll pull it like somewhere here. When the alert hits, you take a look. You might have gone further down, or if you're still sideways and this is starting to reset, the chance this flag plays out and you can scalp render later on this afternoon. Monday afternoon and night is the best time to start the trade after all the dust settles. Okay, remember, we have Fed meeting on the 20th. We have a Fed meeting on the 20th, right? That's where they're going to come out and we're going to have the whole yada, yada, yada. And they're going to give the rate hike. So, but they're not hiking, all right? I just want to make that clear, all right? On the CME watch tool, it says clearly what's about to happen here. And we got about a 90%, 99% chance, 1% chance they raise, 90%, 99% chance they do not raise anything, all right? How do you put a vertical align alarm? Isn't it so smart and simple? And look, there's our 5 minute telling you it wanted to come down on you, baby. And we couldn't get above the resistance. And the rising wedge plays out. TA plays out. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Couldn't get back above the zone at 23,600. Became resistance. We got to wake up to 2350. But really, 2318 is the resistance so far for Bitcoin. Starting to drop further down. And remember, the 1 hour says we go lower to the 21 day. Which is like really far. It's false move Monday, but at the end of the day, I don't know, that's wacky, right? Like, what is he drawing? If you just came to the channel, you'd be like, this guy's out of his mind. But you're likely getting a dump down to here. Remember, and that's the smaller time frames dumping down to the 200 SMA. And the 15 minute can just roll over here. And you're going to get a dump. That's why the 5 minute was key when you saw how overbought it was. Now, when I first started trading, keeping the 5, the 15, the 1, all that was confusing. I was like, what? But now I can do it. Your subconscious mind will eventually be able to do this, but it will take time. It will take time as you bend time and space. All right? And you may spit your coffee out, as I said, bend time and space, but you will be bending time and space. I'm serious. Like, it'll blow your mind what you'll be doing when I'm done with you. When you spend 6 months with us, you'll never be the same mentally you'll never be the same. You will never be the same. Mark, I just know it in my heart and soul. You will never be the same. All right. Let's take a look at COREUM, which I thought we went over COREUM and it was so small that I couldn't look at it. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, see, the market cap is 0, 112,000. Someone asked about this the other day, and I said no. I'm not doing it. You know, just not doing it. I look at the website. Enterprise-grade blockchain, modular, fast, secure, interoperable, start building, scalable. COREUM is the first EGB, a new generation of blockchains that's geared towards enterprise needs in compliance with ISO 222. Launch DeFi applications and protocols. That's interesting. I mean, it's got something new. It says it's compliant to ISO 222. Multi-chain future. BSOS consensus. Cosmos Station. It's got a great idea, right? In theory, where can you buy this thing? Gate.io, MEXC. It's on MEXC. I'll look at it. I didn't think it would even be on MEXC. That's interesting. The market cap is so small, it just makes me like really freaked out. All right, so it's starting to get the rounded bottom, though. Rounded bottoms pay the bills. If you like this coin and believe in it, the rounded bottom is likely going to be the accumulation. So to me, you know, 1, 2, 3, and it's starting to kind of round on out. So yeah, it might get a spike up, probably come down, and probably wick up and down like it did before. But I'd be looking for this thing to kind of, you know, do something like this, you know, long term. And it could go lower. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm going to move on. I appreciate you, and maybe you found something you really like, and it could be big. I don't know. Right now, if you believe in this, it's a great price. And it did have a bullish divergence, which it's starting to round out, and that's your first higher low in a long time, right? Like, I mean, that's your first higher low in a long time. You got a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder. You had a bit of a cup with a handle that could break on up. Looks like it's going to pump back to this. It's at least it's POC here at 9 cents, or maybe even up into 9.8. But only time will tell. All right. COREUM. But I'm not a fan, man. Probably not going to look at it again. Sam looking buff today. Thanks for saying that. You want me to take my shirt off, I'm guessing. It's not going to happen, but you want it. So funny, man. Dude, Dave Chappelle was the best, man. I was just thinking of like some of his skits. I can't even say them now. They're so he's so funny, man. So 1.4 QROLLI. We've completed the X integration for verification. Next on our list, the groundbreaking QROLLI relayer. Brace yourselves for gas-free on-chain actions. Wow, gas-free on-chain. So it's got an Ethereum address. All right. Let's take a look at how many people know about it on Twitter. 6 to 7, 2,999. It's got a beta platform, beta QROLLI. For you, popular trending, export, blur post, create an NFT. Choose your file name, external link. Interesting. The future of user-owned social media. Empowering creators to take control of their online presence and content. DEX tools, buy on Uniswap. Take control of your online presence. A lot of people want to do this, but this is, you know, QROLLI. Interesting. I get it, like a QR code, QROLLI. I'm seeing something here. And rollies are these little things, like that's a rollie. So a QR code rollie. I see what they're doing. I kind of pick up on what's, I like it. A little bit of a mix there, a subconscious marketing tank. Total tax 5%. Operations 4. Kind of looks like a meme coin though or something, right? You know, it's been on Fox 8. Really though? Benzinga. I mean, you can pay to be on this stuff, so I don't really buy any of that. I don't know, man. Kind of looks like a meme to me, right? That might actually have some use case. It's sketchy. We'll take a look at here on Dex Screener, which I like a little better than Dex Tools, but you might like Dex Tools. Dex Tools does give you some better, like, hey, this might be hot type of thing, but well, I mean, if you look at the fib that it draw, it bounced off the 786 right there. Broke this, bounced on out, then made this level here. Could continue all the way up. Stokes are a little high. Look for it to go sideways, but I mean, there's some promise that this thing could continue to pump. It's brand new and it just came out. I believe it's very high risk, and it could get rug pulled or memed. You never know. But yeah, I mean, it's on a slow uptrend. It was just that, you know, it made some pretty big gains recently, but only time will tell. I don't know where you heard about it, how you heard about it, but and I wasn't paid to show this. I don't do paid shows, just so everybody knows. You know, I don't have everyone just like show up on my live stream, send a super chat, and I'll act like I don't know. I don't do that. I promise you on my life and soul, I don't do that. So I'm actually not a fan. Like, I'd be weary of this thing. Very small market cap. Like, be very careful, right? So Bitcoin goes sideways. So the idea is to watch your 5. If your 5 minute can reset here on the stochastics without losing the sauce. So let's take a look. Let's not have so many lines, right? 5 minute did reset and you didn't dump. I mean, you kind of went sideways. So there's a chance that you're consolidating here now, which is good. And that's telling us that now the 15 minute could get busy. So, and this will make more. See, this is what I do. BOOKMAP will say the liquidities to the upside. And I'm actually learning too now, because so BOOKMAP will say liquidities to the upside. Bitcoin will start to go down, but I'll be like, well, how do we get there if we're going down? And then I'll watch price action begin to consolidate. And it'll like, and then I'm like, oh wow, there we go, you know? So watch this closely, set an alert here. Like, this is likely going to be the trade of the day, technically. And honestly, this isn't acting like a Monday for some reason. Today, price action went where it was supposed to, and now has been doing its thing. It's been pretty interesting, so. Volt Inu made a NASDAQ interview. Really? Wow. Can you check out Tranches? No, not right now. Sauce, take notes, y'all. PZP, straight degen play. I mean, we went over it yesterday. Is it still pumping? Plays app. Been going down since we went over it. It's on KuCoin. But yeah, watch Bitcoin for this consolidation. The 15 minute is just strong. Doesn't want to give up here. It really could be the key to gains today. The 15 minute time frame. Every once in a while, every day has a different time frame that becomes the key. And I'll tell you why this is the key is because if you look at your RSI, right? And yeah, it's swinging up. But this is such a sharper swing up, and that is a bullish divergence in my humble opinion. All right. And as long as we stay above 27,150, I'll take that. Like, that's our daily close? I'll love that. Last thing I want to look at before I jump on out of here, because I do got to run. I'm with my mom, and I got to take her to Costco's. I do everyday things all the time, you know. I will be strapped at Costco's, so be careful. But I'm just joking. But strapped with a belt, a Burberry belt. But look, that's going to be a very strong daily close if we get that today. A bullish engulfing, right? Absolutely amazing, you know. And after the 3 white soldiers, what an amazing move, right? After this weekend, we had the 3 white soldiers, then the sideways price action. And honestly, like, that's a flag. It's a little flag there. Boom. We made a bull flag, you know. So, bang, 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 right? I'll be honest, this looks very interesting for a move to the upside. Now that I've seen the 15 minute just negate bearishness, yeah. I mean, 28,150 really says it can happen. Chance it's a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. I'm open-minded to everything, but we are hitting support strong. There's a POC here in the 15-minute that's holding nicely. BOOKMAP suggests we go higher too. And we had all stream to break down, and we did not. Really back at the exact, we started where we were here, and we ended where, I sold right when we were at like 420, we sold. We went sideways the entire stream, right? So the idea is a possible long here. I'm going to stick to the long on the 15, see what happens. It's gutsy. I get it. And there's a very likelihood it doesn't play out. And it's Monday, false move Monday. But it's a 4 to 7 risk reward ratio. Gain $100 to gain $470. I mean, you can't beat that. So I like it. I like it. I'll change my tune if you know, we drop below here and we hit this, we short back down to the 200 and we take this gap down. So here's the deal. The RVP on the 15, we lose this level, we gap down to 26.7, 26.8. We stay above it, we get the pump. BOOKMAP's been about 80 to 90% accurate. I never said it was 100%. Someone tried to hate on BOOKMAP today. Never said it was 100%, and it never said it was either. And no one ever said anything in trading was 100%. We use as many tools as we can to make the best probabilities that we can. That's it. The fact that I'm as accurate as I can is an anomaly. It's not supposed to happen. I'm not supposed to be this accurate. It's just it's consistency. Most people just aren't this consistent. See, people get accuracy confused with consistency, but if you stay consistent, you're going to be accurate. It's that simple. All right. Everyone, God bless you all. Thank you for being here. I'm going to search the charts for altcoins. It's Monday. I'm never too active on altcoins on Monday. Tonight is when we really do our deep dive and start to find what's going down. Shout out to all the new people in the trading group. I really appreciate it. You took advantage of the 999. We love you for that. All right. God bless everybody. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you on another live stream, man. God bless you all. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you on another live stream. Lifers, I appreciate everything you've done for me on episode 1001 as we continue to grind every single day. Shout out to everybody. I love you. And hey, sideways price action. I'll see you in the trading group. Stay blessed. One thing, I want to look at Casper right before I jump on out of here. Actually, I want to keep this on. I don't want to move that, but I want to look at Casper. Casper on MEXC. Casper got a bounce right back to the upside. Did I jump on it? I did not chase Casper. Why did I not? Well, the daily's still very overbought with a double top. And that's a double top to me on the daily time frame, likely to come back down to the 21-day moving average. So we're away from the 21, and we're overbought on the daily. Even the 2-day here, see? 2-day. So look at our daily. Our daily also wants to come back down to the 21. So it suggests that we kind of slumped down a little bit. So I'm not chasing anything yet. That's a bit of a double top there for Casper. We'll see. It tried to get into price discovery, did not do it. Our 4 hours trying to come on up too, and it seems like it's getting a bit of a sell-off, but you know, like it's topping out there. And our 1 hour also pushing down. We'll see. Keep it in a flag. If it can stay in a flag somewhere up in here, so I'm all about flagging things out, then there's a chance it can be scalped later on tonight. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next live stream. God bless you all. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow. 10 a.m., bright and early, baby. Thank you for everything. It means the world to me. I'm just, I can't believe it. I'm a little blown away by show number 1000. So, hey, to the Labradorite, to the lemon water, and to life. May God bless you all.